2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, we kick off the final episode of the No Holds Barred podcast. Final. It is January the 20... What day would you say it was? 26th?
Yeah.
26th. January 26th of 2016, the year of our Lord. And we are closing this thing out in style today. It is Justin and it is Nick, as always. And pretty much as always, we're joined by Tyler from MEDIADETOUR.com.
Coming to kill it off once and for all.
Exactly. So, yeah, exactly. Every time we've had Tyler on a podcast, we've gone on hiatus for at least a month. So,
I'm like a villain from a TV show who every week he tries to kill the good guys, but fails. But this time, I got this.
I'll get you, my pretties, and your little dog too. Like, yeah, it is. He's kind of a cartoon at this point. He's like a nemesis. But
he's rocking a beard.
And he's rocking a beard
and a
now.
mustache.
And that's
like
I
really like it because with the mustache, you can like flip it up at the sides.
Yeah, and Nick is really taken to.
He's really taken to me.
Playing.
I feel like at this point I gotta date him.
Hey, I'm not saying no if you want to take me out for dinner.
No.
Are you gonna take me across Canada? You sexy truck
Just say the word. You're so there.
No one will ever love Tyler's beard as much as Nick will.
Yeah, no. Jesus.
And hey, if it'll get you a couple 100 miles across the country, you'll take a shot in the mouth. Good old Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. R.I.P. George Carlin. All right, so Tuesday, January 26th, 2016. It is the final episode number 38 of the No Holds Barred podcast with Nick and Justin. Again, joined by Tyler. MEDIADETOUR.com, your detour for media on a .com. And I was going to get that line in there, whether nobody was going to stop me from getting that line in there. We have got such an action-packed show for you today. We are going to put a whole bunch of shit into this. But we're going to get started. Where we're going to get started is where I think the majority of our fan base, as moderate as it is, really wants us to start, and that's with having a little bit of liquor. So we're going to get this thing started. We're going to lubricate this conversation with the first of multiple No Holds Barred taste tests on the day.
Not one, but multiple.
Multiple, just like orgasms.
I love these because like Justin kind of talks about it a little bit. I don't say much of anything. And Nick like fucking writes a book about it.
Nick has never been more like artistic or creatively fulfilled as he is when we do a taste test.
Can we point out why we picked these ones?
Of course.
A little dab will do you.
Just a little dab will do you. So what we're going to be testing in the first of multiple No Holds Barred taste tests, again, is Dab Beer, which is an import from Germany. Premium draft quality beer, brewed according to the German beer purity law, I believe is what it says. 5% alcohol, draft quality since 1868.
1868.
This thing has been going for about 150 years. This beer's been around. We've only been around for 30. So this beer kicks our ass. This is the Ric Flair of beer.
Holy shit.
All right, so.
And we picked it because the can is ugly.
Exactly. Tyler.
I said it's the ugliest can I've ever seen.
As a matter of fact, not the ugliest can on a person, but the ugliest can of beer. But yeah, so this is a Tyler choice. Tyler grabbed this and was like, this can is super ugly.
There's nothing appealing.
I'm not digging the can, but I am digging the design down there underneath.
But it's not enough. It's like too little, too late.
I know.
Yeah, it's true. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. It's
like you go down the can, it's like boring, dab, boring, export, boring. Yeah, kind of cool.
Right.
Boring.
I just don't think white and green go together.
No, well, the Saskatchewan Roughriders would have something to say about that. But I mean,
who gives a fuck about Saskatchewan?
Dang! Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Denver Broncos.
Denver Broncos. All right, so we're gonna get this thing going again. Dab beer, straight from Germany. So we're not fans of the can.
No, the can sucks balls.
A little bit.
But Germany does not.
If you can give it a rating out of 10.
Out of 10 for the can?
Yeah, for the can.
3, maybe.
My
And,
mind,
like, it's generous because I kind of like green.
my mind says 2. My heart says -3.
So Tyler evens out at about a -1. We're kicking at about a 2 average
Kicking it
right now.
about 2. I'm going to give it a 2.5.
Nick's rocking a 2.5. That's fair.
So we'll say average around a 2.
Round of 2, yeah.
2.2.
Somewhere in there.
Okay.
Fair enough. All right, gentlemen, it is time for the best part of the show, which is the can open.
The can opening.
So we'll just get all 3 of these close to the mic. 3, 2, 1.
Mine didn't do it.
And Tyler's didn't open.
Mine didn't open, but it's good
That was
now.
kind of
Not a terrible can open,
Look,
but
the can hates me.
you can tell. Well, just look at all the shit you talked about.
Fuck you, can.
not a big pop.
No, not a
Let's
big
say,
pop. And you know what I felt too is when I opened it, I felt the top of the can bend,
It did.
What?
which
this-
means it's not a high quality can.
No, that's
And like
definitely
Tyler's
a cheap
tab
can.
is like
My tab
bent.
is fucked.
Yeah.
So it's
Just like Germany.
just like Germany. No, don't make fun of the
No, I
Germans.
like Germany. I said earlier I like Germany.
There you go. All right. So we're gonna take a little inhale there.
Talking
What is?
about beer.
Hang on. Yeah, say, Tyler, what do you think of it?
It's me. Let me just... Jeez, it smells like beer.
It smells like beer.
It seems
Tyler's
to be some
expert
kind of
input.
beer.
Is this beer?
Now it does have like a little bit of a fruity scent, but I tell you what it really reminds me of is it smells like Keith's.
I was just thinking that. I was
smells
just
exactly
going to
like
say that. It
Keith's,
smells almost
which is
exactly like Keith's.
Not great for me. I'm not a huge Keith's fan, but I feel like there's like a little kind of hint of some kind of fruit smell in it, like maybe apple or something like that.
Or maybe a Coors Light.
Maybe a Coors Light.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back to Tyler for his expert.
I'm actually envious because like I smell beer and you guys are like, wow, it smells like this and this and this.
Well, it's got hints of this and whatever. All right, are we ready for
Hints
our
of
taste?
asparagus.
Yeah, can I make
and
a
a little bit of cracked pepper?
Can I make a prediction?
Sure thing. What's
It's
your
gonna taste
prediction?
like beer.
Tastes like beer.
Subpar beer because it's in a shit can.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers.
All right, the taste test of Dab starts now.
First one don't count.
That's right. Remember,
The first one's too much.
the first taste doesn't count
Yeah,
because you got to get
just
your
to get
palate
it in.
into it.
Yeah.
This is the real one.
Okay.
Still tastes kind of shitty to me. Not shitty. I shouldn't say that. That's not fair. But you know,
This is my review that nobody can say.
Tyler's review of this beer is he is immediately taking a drink of Sunny D to drown. Oh, Sunny D. All right, to drown that out.
I just hate beer.
Yeah,
I wish
it's
I
true.
could drink beer, but I can't.
You know what? It smells like Keith's and it tastes like Keith's to me. Now, I obviously my palate is not nearly as rich as Colin Farrell's over
No, I
there
can't- I
with
can't-
the beanie.
Ow!
I can't wait to hear it next. It's like it's poetry.
Yeah, it is.
It
It's
tastes
like-
like Keith's. It has a little bit of Keith's flavor. You can taste almost like, remember that shock top
Yes.
that we had, which was like overly fruity and bitter?
Yeah, and actually, funny story because we looked and they had Shock Top there, and Tyler was like, "That's the best looking can out of all."
Oh, that orange one.
It's the orange one.
Yeah, that can's a shit.
The
No.
can looks really
The
good.
can
but
is good. The
the
beer,
beer
is shit.
was not.
Like I was, I was telling Justin at the liquor store when we saw it. I'm like, oh, that's the one that I was like, yeah, this is gonna be the one I like.
Right.
It's not overly malty,
No.
which is very good. A little bit watery,
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
bitter, yes, but overall, it's a good drink. Nothing that I would buy,
Right.
like just sit down and get crunk over.
Nick and his classic crunk getting.
It doesn't happen often anymore.
No,
at
fair
all.
enough, fair enough.
I've grown up somewhat.
In some ways,
And a tear rolls down our collective cheeks.
I know. We'll get into that a little bit later on in the
Yeah,
podcast
it's
about
true.
me growing up because there are some big things.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's
Big things popping,
big
little
things-
things dropping.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Okay.
Nailed it.
We did not rate the smell.
No, like I said, to me it smells so much like Keith's that's the only thing that I can't get it out of my head.
Okay.
like, boy, your lovin' is all I think about. I can't get it out of my head.
Yeah.
And so based on the smell, like, I would give the smell maybe a 5, like somewhere kind of in the middle range, because I don't like the smell of Keith's, but
Okay.
it has a little bit of an extra kind of tone to it that kind of like, okay, this is passable.
Okay.
But it smells so much like Keith's, I can't rock it.
And that's like me, except I would go a little bit different on the scale, seeing that when I was growing up down at my grandparents' place, it was Keith's.
It was Keith's all the time.
That's what my grandfather drank.
Yeah.
And, like, they would always pour a little bit in a cup.
Right.
For you. So,
Nick was getting started early.
I grew up drinking Keith's.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Okay. So, I do enjoy Keith's from now and time again.
Fair enough.
So, I mean, that, and I mean, it has a little bit of a more... It has something more than the Keith smell to it. It's just kind of like it's its own smell, which is nice.
Yeah,
as beer should be. It shouldn't totally imitate.
No, it should have
another.
some kind of unique quality that's its own.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, absolutely.
So for this, I would definitely give it. It's one of my higher up there.
Okay.
I give it a 7
Okay.
out of 10.
Fair game. Tyler?
3 horses' asses out of 5.
Nice. That's like a 6.
Yeah,
that's not
that's
bad.
like a 6.
But it's horses' asses.
So does that make it negative?
I think that might make it a -6.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck you.
So I'm here for it.
Fair enough. But yeah, no. So that would be the smell. As far as the taste goes, like I say, it tastes a bit too much like Keith's. It's a little too bitter for me. I'm not a fan of bitter beer. I prefer like a beer that's. I basically prefer flavored. I'm a woman. I basically prefer flavored beer. Like I like lime beer is my jam. I love Bud Light lime.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
I mean, after like the third or fourth sip, you kind of get more bitter than you do.
Yeah.
Like the first initial 2 sips was just like. Okay, and now that you're actually taking your time and savoring it, there's more of a bitter side to this than there is an actual, like... Keith's is bitter, yes, but this is more... It isn't as bad as Shock Top. It's drinkable, which was better than the other one, because the Shock Top just went, ew, and poured.
And it's done.
And it's done, which is really saddening.
Not it's a little disappointing.
Yeah.
Overall, if we had to go an overall score on that sucker, you know what? I can't pass it. I can't pass it because it's for me. It's too bitter.
Okay.
And I think ultimately, at the end of the day, that's what it is for me. For me, it's too bitter. I don't think I can pass it.
Okay.
Tyler, did it taste like beer?
I'll say one nice thing about it.
Okay, sure.
It tastes good when I drown it out with Sunny D.
So if they
just gave me Sunny D,
I think that's a pass mark.
for the first time ever, I am giving a pass.
if Dab would come out with
Only
a
'cause
Sunny
it's
D
German.
flavored Dab,
that had none of the beer in it.
just-
So if the Dab just came out with Sunny D,
just canned Sunny D,
then yes, this would have a pass.
it'd be great, fantastic. Nick,
6.5.
6.5. That's a
6.5
respectable score.
out of 10.
That's a respectable score.
It isn't the best, but also it isn't the worst.
That's fair. All right, fair enough. Well, there you go. That's part 1 of this week's science episode, and stick around for week 2 or for part 2 because it's going to be coming a little later in the show.
Yeah.
So now, as we mentioned, this is kind of the end of the road for the old numeric podcast. We'll put it that way. Like, if we ever happen to do one again, it's not going to be like episode 39. It's going to be like more so like special features or things like that.
And let me explain a little bit of why
this
came to be. I figured, it's time to grow up a little bit.
Story time with Nick.
And story time with Nick. Doo-doo-doo.
We need like a
Nice.
We need like a
That's
song.
like
Shit.
that's like
Gabe, we
Every
should have gotten
time I
we
try
tried.
to
No! No!
We have been so deeply and desperately annoying Nick with Britney Spears since he got here. And why? Because she's an angel on this earth if there ever was one.
All right, Nick. Sorry.
Back to the story.
Totally
That's all good. So, this would be going back to about July. I really got to do something with my life because this call centers thing is really starting to annoy me. And it was. I mean, there's so many things wrong with the call center life that, I could pretty much write a book. And I did. Like,
Nick wrote a book.
I did not.
It's not a book out for sale.
Right.
But 2 weeks before I left, they were like, it's time for the employee review satisfaction survey.
Oh,
and I'm like, oh, fucking boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Why, as a company, not to derail your story again, but why, as a company, would you do that to yourself? Why would you make yourself that unhappy in your own home? Because you're not going to get good reviews, especially on a call center.
It's anonymous. I'm leaving. I'm just going to drop trout and take a shit in this so bad.
Awesome. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm like looking around, and one of the buddies that is at the fire station just went and got his class 3. So I go, I like truck driving. Wouldn't get class 3 because why would you limit yourself?
Right.
If you're going for anything, go for a class 1 so you can drive everything.
For people like Tyler and I that are totally ignorant on this, can you explain the difference between a class 3 and a class 1?
Okay.
Class 1, you said you can drive anything?
With truck driving, class 1 would be classified as a tractor trailer.
Okay.
And coach buses, dump trucks, cars, pretty much everything except for school buses.
Right.
And motorcycles.
Okay.
Because school bus, you need a special endorsement. I think it's a B endorsement. Okay. And you got to deal with shit-ass kids.
Not to mention the shit-ass school boards.
I can't do.
No, that's true. And Nick and kids, no mas.
Yeah, no mas. And motorcycles, motorcycles is another endorsement altogether. Right. And class 3 is just like dump trucks. Pretty much double axle air brake vehicles that are over a certain rating. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I'm going to go and do this. Pretty much made up my mind, went to the school. They like, we got a program starting in November. I'm like, fucking sign me up. Don't even got any funding down, nothing.
Let's do this.
That's my maturity. Hey. I'm just like, let's do this.
You gotta do that though sometimes, where you're just like, fuck it, I'll figure out the
Steve
details
Harvey
later.
says you gotta jump.
Yeah.
So that was Nick jumping. Right
that
on.
That was me jumping. So,
I like it.
For the past couple of months beforehand, leading up to school starting, I was running around, securing shit, getting everything down. One good story that I had from this, and I'm going to razz on them so much because I fucking hate them. Trucking Council.
Okay.
That's up in friggin' Truro, Nova Scotia.
Good old Truro.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Home of the bar where the girls dance in cages.
They have a program where they actually will do funding. Okay. And stuff like that. And, I went through them, sent in my application, did everything. They had an interview with me, had another interview with me. Pretty much sticking me around saying that I should talk to more trucking companies because one of the things that you had to do was get a letter of intent for your internship after the actual program. Okay. Because it's the 11-week program and then you take a 4-week internship out on the road. Right. Which I already got mine. I'm going through clerks and they wanted me to talk to and get more. It's just like, why go to a company, say, hey, can I come and do my internship with you, and then at the last moment just say, no, I'm going with somebody else. Right. and then you have to do that with like 5 other companies because they want you to go to more. It's just like, why would you do that to yourself? Like stab yourself in the foot like that with companies.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, nah. So it ended off, they told me to talk to more companies, and I started off the course, and then they called me a little bit into the course, and she's like, did you start the course? I'm like, yeah. She goes, well, I thought I told you to talk to more companies first. I'm like, I am. And she goes, well, that disqualifies you from funding. So I go, you didn't tell me that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
So that was a little bit of dick move.
The word disqualified only ever leads to good things.
Yeah. So, long story short, Mom's helping me out with school.
Right.
A little bit of a student loan plus grant through them, which is good.
That's a bonus.
That's helping out. It's going good. Road test is on the 1st.
Ooh, alright.
School is done on the 5th. So after that, anytime after the 5th, I'm anywhere in North America.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's a great fucking way to see the continent. Right? Like, I mean, it's... like, one of our 2... Twitch followers, Jeff, this is what he does. Like he does long haul trucking and things like that, and he seems to really like it. So nice. I have to imagine it's a great way to see the country.
Oh man, I tell you, and just listen to music and drive and get paid for it. It's going to be. I can't wait.
Yeah, and we always kind of talked and kind of teased a little bit, but not really. Like, just kind of talked about the idea of, like, you need to find something. A great career for you would be something that involves driving. Yeah. And we always said Metro Transit bus driver.
Yeah.
Because that would be all kinds of fun. You haven't lived until you've been on a Metro Transit bus driven by this fucking guy.
That would be great. I would just, to bring back an old podcast, I would just yell at people. Yeah. I would quite literally come up, squeal my tires to a stop, open up the door. People just be like, no, I go on. Fuck! Close the door and just go. You make me late.
Oh, I think that would be great. Or just like, you pull up, you open the door, you look at him, you're like, get in, sit down, shut up, and hold on.
Yeah. Where are you going? Halifax. I'm not going. Get on!
Please, sir, my son is scared. I said get on the bus. Now, this is how I can only imagine you're probably going to deal with road hookers.
No.
Open the door and be like, get in!
Negative.
Negative? Well, sir, we'll see about that. You say that now.
I have hopefully people who want to go for drives.
Yeah, for roadies, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, that would be so much fun. Although Tyler in our chat is pretty convinced that hitchhiker roadhead is going to happen a lot, relatively frequently. I also asked him at one point how the audio quality was. His response was, "Could use less pants."
Less pants.
So at some point, we might have to get a little more inebriated, but
I'm gonna get a little frisky.
Okay.
My pants might hit the floor. Yeah, but yeah. So I mean, like, stuff like that kind of necessitated taking something like this and kind of putting it on the back burner because, again, you could be anywhere in the continent.
Quite literally, it would be like 7 to 14 days out, 2 days home.
Right, yeah, so, exactly. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay,
if we ever did something, it would be via, like, Skype or something like that.
And, like, like long-distance Skype with you, like, using mobile data and stuff because you have no Wi-Fi.
It'd probably be at a truck stop.
Oh, a truck stop. Yeah. I'm at a truck stop in buttfuck nowhere, and this is the No Holds Barred podcast.
And I'm liquored.
You're licking?
Liquored.
Oh, liquored. It's like, I'm not sure where this is going.
DOT, please don't find me.
And Tyler's sitting there thinking, roadhead. That's what licking means.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, exactly. And so something like that kind of necessitates a change in philosophy with what we're kind of going to do here. And we're always kind of trying to move forward and get some other shit going and everything like that. And it's not like having the podcast around the way it has been in the last year was hurting anybody, but at the same time it's we're gonna move forward, try to move forward in our lives here, and this is always one of those things that it's always there. And like I say, they're gonna be more like, if we do something again in the future, it's going to be more like special edition things and not sequential. Like in terms of the numbered podcasts, number 38, the one you're listening to right now, will be the last one. But you never know what could.
It's always there.
Exactly. You never know what could happen down the line. So, in the spirit of that, you're going to notice we haven't done one of these in a long ass time. It's been.
We haven't done anything in
a long ass time. The last podcast was in February, the end of February of 2015. That was when episode 37 was. This guy Tyler to my left was on it and tried to kill it, but we came back for one last hurrah.
I did a pretty good job.
He did a pretty good job. I mean, it was we were out for almost a year. It was a hell of a left hook. So let's do a quick rundown of some of the shit that happened in 2015. Not just from us, but just some some interesting shit that happened. And we're going to start off with holy shit that winter. We had a hell of a fucking winter last year, which I don't think we really even had the opportunity really to talk about, because we only did 2 podcasts in 2015.
Yeah. Last winter.
Yeah. Not this one. This one so far. This one's been fun.
Yeah.
But no, the one that we had last year, like when you have a winter that's bad enough that they make a book about it, because they made a fucking book about the winter that we had last year with like all the snow, and like there were some points where like we get our top driveway plowed, because like a guy can come in, plow, and just push the snow down over the bank. Yeah. So it was just like it was a no-brainer. And I swear to God, by the end of the winter, the pile, it got to the point where he couldn't push the snow anymore. It was just piling it up. It looked like the fucking wall in Game of Thrones. Like, it was crazy how tall this thing was.
Really?
If I'd have had the balls, I'd have climbed it.
Was it almost like, remember that drop off down where the old Sobeys used to be?
Yeah, the one that you jumped off and fucked up your knee.
No, that wasn't the one where I fucked up my knee. It was beside that. We went down with GT Racers.
It was beside the one that we fucked up my knee. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I fucked up my knee on the GT Racers going down that
right.
icy fucking hill.
All kinds of fun.
That was fun.
But yeah, no, it was like, when I'm standing in the driveway and I'm 6'4" and I'm like looking up at the crest of the top of this, like that's how much fucking snow we had.
Nice.
And there were so many mornings when you just wake up and you just look and it's like, there's another 2 feet of snow on the ground. It's like, I don't know where we're gonna put it, but we're gonna find a place. And so it was a pretty fucking badass winter that we had last year.
It was pretty hellish.
This year's not been too bad so far. We got a couple of decent little snows. We got a nice little amount of snow out there right now, but
it's not too bad.
It's not crippling, right? Like, and I guess compared to last year, our winter's going to be. I figure our winter this year is going to be okay.
It's supposed to warm up.
It's a gorgeous day today.
Oh yeah,
it's a really really nice day out today.
Yeah.
So we have more days like this. We're going to be perfectly fine. All right. What else? What else did we do in 2015? We're so fucking boring. Like, this is what I'm realizing.
We literally talking about the weather.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the first thing.
I guess it was
you go up the road. What's there like?
But that's what you do when you don't really want to talk to somebody.
But
But you feel like you have to.
So
how's the weather?
Yeah, it's true. Christmas was pretty good this year, though. My main gift is right in there. Nick,
I thought you put it in me.
No, yeah, my main gift is Tyler. Nick's gonna turn around. He's gonna look at the ghost in the wood room.
Whoa!
See that shit? Yeah, it's a heavy boxing bag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, boxing bag,
Right
gloves,
on.
and shit like that. So it's good because it's something that I can use. Like,
so that's why you put a thing on about hand wraps.
Yes, yeah, that's what
Okay.
it was. It was buying wraps for under the gloves. So that's a great thing to have to actually be able to do like working out and shit and not have to leave
Release
the house.
stress.
Yeah, and relieving stress and shit too. Which is I work retail, so I have plenty. And this guy knows.
Fuck
so
retail.
it's exactly fuck retail. So it's so you know that I think is probably going to ultimately be my favorite Christmas present because it's just like anytime I want, I can just kind of come down and let loose on that, which is fantastic. Oh God, what else do we have in 2015? We got some Syrians. Got a little refugee thing going on here in the country, which some people like and some people fucking hate. I got put on the radio for an opinion.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I put an opinion on Facebook and they put me on the radio for it.
Nice.
People around here. For people that don't know, there's this thing around here about the internet service and how the internet service outside of towns is shit, and they're totally right. Like rural internet service in a lot of places is really bad.
I mean, ours is even bad in North Brookfield.
Right.
The only thing that saves us is on our land is a tower.
Okay.
So that's the only thing that's saving it.
So that definitely helps. But like I know there's the service that Eastlink has, like Eastlink Rural Connect or whatever like that, and it really doesn't suit the way people use the internet today. You know what I mean? Like they set it up basically based on the way people were using the internet in like 2005. And now that people are like, but I want to watch YouTube videos, and they're like, well, this service isn't for that. It's like, well, then what's the fucking point of having the service? If I can't use the internet, why am I paying for the service? So what people want to do around here is declare high speed internet an essential service. Like,
but it's not.
well, and this is where we get into it. What some of the radio stations around here will do is they'll ask questions, post questions on their social media accounts. You answer, and certain answers get put on the radio. So that was one of the questions: is high-speed internet, or should high-speed internet be an essential service? And everybody on it is saying yes, it should be an essential service. My internet is this, and my internet is that. And I'm pretty sure on this particular post, anyways, I was the only one that said no. Not that I didn't think everybody should have high speed. I'm like, yes, everybody should have high speed internet. Yeah, 100%. I think it's something that everyone should have, but I don't consider it an essential service because at the end of the day, you can live without it.
You can. It's just like cell phones. I mean,
right.
Why the shit should a call center be open on Christmas?
Yeah.
Cell phones aren't an essential, necessity.
Right. It's
exact same with internet. I mean, things that you need to survive. What? Food and water.
Food and water and shelter
and
shit like that. So it's like, but then it opens the whole can of worms. But like, a lot of people didn't like the fact that there was like one person on there that said no. And I think ultimately through they had posted about it 3 or 4 times, and ultimately it was like 85 or 87% of people said that yes, it should be an essential service, and it was like 12 or 13% said no. But my comment ended up getting read on the radio. So my mother wakes me up and she's like, "You were just on the radio." And I'm like, "No, I wasn't. I was asleep." She's like, "No, something you said was on the radio." So I get up to listen to it the next time it goes around, and they didn't play it the second time. So I'm like, "Oh, you fuckers, I didn't get to hear myself." But so there you go. Whenever you think that something you say on the internet means nothing, it could end up on the radio. Like, Jesus, I have one quote
85%.
unquote controversial opinion.
God, people are fucked.
Well, I mean, I can understand where they're coming from. I just don't agree with them. That's all.
Internet is internet. If you gotta be happy.
Yeah, I think it's important. I think like in 2015, 2016, whatever, I think it is important that everybody has access to high-speed internet, especially for like businesses.
You have a high-speed internet, but you don't have to be watching a dog fucking a coconut in HD.
Yes, you do. Why would you say that?
I have to ask, would you want to watch it in not HD? I would argue that there's no other way to watch a dog fuck a coconut than in HD.
I want to see it all. Like,
of it. Every little drop of sweat. No, I get it. I get where both sides are coming from. I just didn't think it... labeling it an essential service, I think, was a problem because then it's like, well, if it's an essential service, the government should be providing it. And then it's like, but it's a competitive... it's a competitive marketplace because it's companies, right?
It's companies, but they're all in cahoots.
Mm.
So it's not a competitive. I don't even know how to describe it. It's garbage. Fair enough,
garbage. But it's I suppose that's true. Competitive is, I suppose, a relative term where it's like, oh, okay, you're going to go to these guys. Well, we all use the same towers, so it's fine.
Pretty much.
Fair enough.